Hi, I'm Lisa Gonzales, Chief Business Officer here in Mt Diablo Unified. In this week's episode of Ask the CBO, just a brief review of school district budget cycles. To start with, we can be anywhere in a cycle at any given point, but we have sort of a circular year-round cycle. We are constantly pulling information, making assumptions, checking assumptions, changing numbers, revenue changes, expenditures change. But in a nutshell, this is the cycle that we follow. We start with budget adoption, usually the second meeting in June. After we adopt our budget, the state adopts its budget, which isn't super helpful for us because then we have to go back and make revisions. But the state changes its budget, they adopt. They have trailer bill language, and in the trailer bill language, they actually go in and they clarify the legislation that they're talking about and the funding. If anything materially changes, material means, let's say that the COLA goes up a couple of percentage points or new programs are created that are going to affect our funding. We've got to go back and do something that's called a 45-day budget revision, where we explain to the public exactly what it is that we're going to change in our budget. All during this period of time, and especially over the summer, it's really busy in the fiscal department and in other departments because everyone has to close their books. So as of June 30th, they close their books. They make sure that any late invoices are coming in. And then it's an opportunity for our fiscal department to really reconcile everyone closing their books. A lot of hard work, takes about 2 months to get completed. And then we do what's called the unaudited actuals. That means that our auditors have not looked at it. They come back later and take a look and report on that. But we do that in September. And then as soon as the end of October rolls around, we start preparing for our first interim. So our first interim report is presented in December. It is a snapshot in time as of October 31st of exactly what's happening in the district. Expenditures, enrollment, revenue. It's our first real check-in to see where we are. From there, we roll straight into January, where we all anxiously await the governor's budget message. In his budget message, he talks about any new initiatives, any funding changes, and what his priorities are. After that happens, we start building our budget while we wait for his May revisions. And so it's an opportunity for us to start seeing where he's going, start building some things out, and then we wait for May. In the meantime, we do our second interim, which is a check-in, and we present that in March. Again, a one-day check-in, we present it in March, and then we get ready for the May revise, as well as we continue to build our draft budget. Our draft budget is generally presented the first meeting in June. We also have a public hearing, so it's an opportunity for the public to come out and weigh in on the budget. We have 2 weeks in which time we are able to do any revisions, and then we adopt the budget at our second meeting, which is usually later in June. And then we sit and wait for the state's budget, and then we continue to make any changes. And you can see this goes round and round and round. So in the fiscal side of the house, there's never really much downtime. We're always working on either looking backward where we are right now or looking forward. So that's in a quick amount of time, the budget cycle. If you have any questions about budgets, about operations, or anything else Mt Diablo Unified related, please go ahead and send any questions to cbo@mdusd.org, and hopefully it'll turn into a video in the future. Have a great week.